Happy February. It's Kathryn Martin, President and CEO of the Santa Barbara Symphony. We're excited right now because we are finally days away from bringing the orchestra back to make some music. As you know, we're committed to finding ways to present the 2021 subscription series to you virtually. And to keep our orchestra safe, we rescheduled our January concert titled Santa Barbara Celebration, and it's going to be a big celebration, to next weekend, February 27th and 28th. NEAR has programmed a concert with familiar favorites of Mozart and Beethoven, dazzling soloists, and our brass quintet performing movements from Santa Barbara Sonata called State Street Stomp and Preacher on the Pier. It's going to be really fun. It was important to us to begin 2021 with a concert honoring the medical community and our healthcare heroes. That means that the American Beauty concert, originally scheduled to be broadcast this month, will be rescheduled in the coming months. So now, hearing myself say all that, it sounds so matter-of-fact and simple, doesn't it? Yes, we're rescheduling a concert. And yet, those of you who know me know I find strength in authenticity. So I must say truthfully to you, our symphony family, that it has not been easy. Delivering on our mission during a pandemic has been complicated, expensive, and unpredictable. This year began with an emergency meeting of the orchestra committee and the musicians union and our staff on New Year's Eve to touch base about the rise in COVID numbers that was occurring and the practicalities and safety then of bringing the orchestra back together in January as originally planned. So throughout the pandemic, we not only have had to stay up to date and learn about government health and safety requirements in our industry, but we also had to create our own protocols, ones that are specific to our venue and to our musicians. So what did we do? What we've been doing since the beginning. Our team reviewed the latest scientific breakthroughs on aerosol tests and applied those models to the Granada Theater's state-of-the-art HVAC systems to reveal how the air behaves in the venue and thus find new ways to safely set the stage, angling plexiglass partitions for woodwinds and brass, and as they say, much more. We also looked at the recording studios in Hollywood, where many of our musicians work, to get an idea of how they were handling similar circumstances. We asked our musicians and our staff how they were feeling about these plans. So even if they were approved plans, how do people feel about them? And we asked what would make them feel safer. And then we rolled up our sleeves again and again and again and figured out how to make those plans happen. And as we make our decisions, we feel the weight, I feel the weight of how they impact those in our care, the recording engineers, the students, our teaching artists, and our music education programs, and you, our patrons. For instance, when we were rescheduling the January concert, it was the right thing to do. It meant that our musicians who were counting on a paycheck in January were going to have to wait a whole month until February. This would have been devastating. But because many of you had made donations earlier that month, I was able to offer them all salary advances. It's a big deal. Every day we have to make these types of choices. And in the blink of an eye, things that look absolutely impossible suddenly become possible with the help and the kindness of others. Our marketing director, Liz, used an analogy when one day we were all honestly tired of being on Zoom and having to once again change all of our plans. And she reminded us that marathon runners on their long journey to the finish line are handed cups of water, fruit, along with cheering from the sidelines, from the volunteers, to give the runners nourishment and encouragement to keep going. It's normal, right? We know runners need that water and that need that nourishment and need that encouragement, and it's necessary. So receiving support from the community helps them cross the finish line, and that's exactly what we have experienced here at our own kind of marathon. We don't know where the finish line is, but we're running. And we are so grateful to all of you who are reaching out with your notes that cheer us on, your comments on our social media posts, your extra donations help us offer our music education programs virtually and employ our teachers and musicians. And finally, As challenging as all this continues to be, your support makes this such an exciting time for the Symphony as we not only innovate now, but we're laying a foundation right now for the next 5 years. And I'm so happy to have been appointed president and CEO as part of a framework where we're aligning the artistic vision of Maestro Nir Cabaretti with our 5-year fundraising plans to create a sustainable and predictable impact to our community. So Nir, our board chair and community champion, Janet Garufas, and I have all committed to collaboratively leading the Symphony forward over the next 5 years. And we cannot wait to start having conversations with you about what that will be able to look like with your support. So thank you for being on this journey with us. And I hope sharing some of these behind the scenes experiences authentically, truthfully to you, demonstrate how committed we are to doing what we're here to do, to ignite hope, to build connection, and to bring joy to our community through music, even in a pandemic. Thank you.